This week, we were asked to identify and describe the type of leader we view ourselves as and the type of leader that we want to be. So, when I think of the type of leader that I am and what people have told me, I view myself as very compassionate, very people oriented, very relationship based. So, I try to create relationships within those leadership scenarios. So, on my soccer team in high school, I was a captain and I was put into a leadership role. And the reason I was because I was a leader on and off the field just based on my relationships that I had built with my teammates and the respect that I had gained through them. And so, one thing that I find really important within leadership is leading by example, and that's something that I really try to implement as a leader. Another area that I try to implement within a leadership is just compassion and grace. I think leaders can come across very strong and driven, and although those are great qualities to have and need to be had within a leader, I do believe that there has to be a sense of compassion and grace that is also implemented within a leadership role. Um, Implementing compassion and grace provides a platform where people feel like they can come to you if there's an issue or something that is on their mind they're concerned with. So, just creating that open space is something that, as a leader, I try to implement within myself. Areas in which that I really want to grow in is just being a bit more strong. And I know I just said that you want to have compassion and grace, and you do, but you also have to have a sense of, um, I guess, like, I don't want to say drive, but a sense where people know you're the leader. So it's not like a wishy washy type of leadership. It is you are in control and they respect you on that level. And I tend to have a hard time being firm in areas where I need to be. I want to be a people pleaser. I want to put others before myself. And although that is good, it can be taken advantage of and can cause more problems than not. So that's an area that I want to improve on in my leadership style and also just confidence. I think leaders have to have a sense of confidence in order to gain that firmness and respect from others. Um, in my current job, I have three managers who all serve as major leaders in our organization, and each of them manage very differently. One of them is the top manager, and he is very strict, he's very firm, he's not very people oriented, relationship based. You can tell he tries to be in certain situations, but it's not a strong suit of his. And so I think that's something that he tries to work on. The other one tends to be very, um, I don't want to say complacent, but she's kind of just like blah. She never has energy. She doesn't really enjoy being there. You kind of look at her and you are just automatically kind of like your energy has just gone down. And so that's something that I have noticed as an outsider and as an employee, someone who's under them, that I do not like in a leader. And I know that there's a lot of things that go on in people's lives, but I do think that um, and it can correlate to your leadership style. But I think that that's an important area to maintain when you come to work, is just to set that stuff aside and be the best leader you can be for your employees. The other leader is somebody I look up to immensely, and he is a very people oriented person. He really cares about you, and he takes the time to ask you about yourself. He really dives into just knowing you, and it's not surface level questions, it's really personal based, but it's also out of a level of like care and compassion and grace. And that's something that I really respect in him. He also has that drive and firmness about him where if something needs to get done, it will get done. And he just brings a sense of fun and stability within the organization. So that's somebody that I genuinely strive to be like, and someone I look up to and want to embody. So yeah, that's those are my leadership qualities that I think that I have currently and some that I am looking to improve on.